Good morning to all you common sense, law-abiding deplorables around the world. Thank you for still following me here on YouTube, and thank you for all the support and all the comments I get from you. I did a little video in Swedish, a short one, a few days ago, that was about the girl Elin that protested on an airplane, making it delayed for several hours because she was protesting the deportation of an Afghani minor. Elin is a left party member of the left party, the Vänsterpartiet Ungdom, the left party youth, best way to describe it. And for this she got applause, she got the support of artists, among others Marlena Ernman, a world famous opera singer. All the media, the mainstream media, celebrated her as a hero. The chairman of the Lawyers Federation told her that she was brave and that she had done a good thing, and the left party said, well, this was all a great thing to do and she hasn't broken any laws. Well, she actually broke many laws, many within the aviation law book and also the civilized society law book. But hey, it doesn't matter because she's a left, right? And this is where I have a concern, because the left, the artists, the so-called elites, they celebrate law-breaking citizens that stand up for law-breaking migrants, criminals. And this guy that was on this plane that Elin stopped, he was actually a 52-year-old convict that has been in jail for 2 years for an assault. And Elin was very proud of stopping the deportation of him. The youngster that she was believed to be stopping and helping was actually deported the day before. So this was just a PR stunt. And as I said, my main concern and what pisses me off here is that media, politicians, elites, lawyers go out and celebrate this young girl for breaking the law and standing up for convicted criminals. You guys have been following me for a while. I don't know if you have seen if I have said anything racist, if I had said anything to offend minorities, if I had spoken badly about any kind of ethnic group. I sure have criticized some different religions, but religions ain't an ethnicity, and it isn't a skin color. But for this I was slandered in the same media that celebrated Elin. I was slandered in media for 5 days for being a racist, Nazi, child-eating bigot, and they wondered how in hell I could work in the Swedish court system. When I criticize the government, when I criticize the politicians, when I criticize the court system, when I criticize the authorities, it's because they deport rape victims, they deport hard-working families, they deport young women, they are releasing rapists out into the society again. They don't deport them because they can get harder penalties in their own home country. And because I do so, while I point out what's fault and what the problem is in the Swedish society, and when I point out who the real bad guys are, I get the blame. And for this, I didn't get any standing ovations. I didn't get any backup from artists or the elites. I lost my job. I lost my income. I lost my family. I have been unable to get a job. Luckily now I have moved back home with my ex, so I can live in our house with our kids. I live in the basement in our old house. And when I'm trying to search a job, all they do is Google my name. And what do they find? Yeah, they find race-hating, Nazi, child-eating, bigot, blah, blah, blah. I'm now trying to start my own company. I need to raise about $100,000 in order to do so. And I have applied to banks. I have applied to private organization that helps entrepreneurs. I don't get any comeback. They look at my resume and say, this guy has done plenty of good things in his life. He has been part of 3 or 4 really global brands, but no. And in order to raise $100,000 here in Sweden via crowdfunding, it's not easy. But I wonder what's so fascinating in the left. So they need to stand up for convicted criminals, convicted sex offenders that are literally standing up for rapists and not for the rape victims. I know you have the same situation in the US, where the left stands up for the MS-13 gang. That is animals. They are rapists, they are psychopaths, they are murderers. But still, when pointing this out and questioning how the hell can these people be allowed into our country and how the hell can't they be deported, you're called a racist bigot. But if you were supposed to stand up for them, say, oh, hand heart, kumbaya, you would be classified a hero. If someone has a good explanation why there is such a fascination among the left for criminals and sex offenders and pedophiles, please let me know. Because the common sense and the pure logic in my head can't find a good explanation for this. And for example, Elin, you could have stood up for sexual victims, you could have stood up for rape victims, you could have stood up for the hard-working families that our government is deporting because their employer has paid too little taxes or paid them too little salary, so they get deported. But instead you stood up for a convicted felon that has nothing to do in Sweden, and you call yourself a humanitarian, you call yourself a feminist. I would call you many different names, but I won't do it. So, to all you deplorables around the world, see everything with an open mind, question everything that doesn't seem logical or doesn't has any common sense whatsoever. Support your president. He is doing a lot of good. He is not a normal politician, and that's why he is becoming so successful, as I also said in 2015. It's the result that matters, not the way there. And if you look at America now, since Trump was elected, you have the lowest unemployment rate about within the minorities in your society. You have the lowest unemployment rate among women, blacks, Hispanics, Asians. Your growth rate is extreme. Your finances is shooting through the roof. You are getting more money in your pocket if you're working. If you're a welfare taker or just living on benefits, get your ass off the couch and start providing for your country and start providing for your family. I'm trying all I can here in Sweden to do the best I can for my country. Even if I is burned and marked for life for openly stating my opinions. I lost my professional career because I started questioning what was going on. I had a career working on a global market. I traveled the world. I did brand introductions. I built brands. I introduced brands. To speak the truth has a price. I just didn't know it was going to be this high. So take care now. Bye.